test. So, everything okay here? Can you hear me? For sure? All right, so hi everyone, this is Samantha from Tuya International Operating Department, and welcome to our 15th webinar on how to quickly implement an integrated software and hardware solution. I'm very excited to invite our industry expert, Dolores, again here.
Hello, this is Dolores. I'm very glad to be here sharing my observation and thoughts with all of you.
Well, you can always book an online meeting with Dolores.
Multiple technologies and can empower industrial complexity in various industries at the same time. The overall market potential exceeds $1 trillion. And by 2025, the number of global IoT devices will reach more than 41.6 billion pieces.
And we all live in the era of Internet of Things, enjoying intelligent life and convenient services it provides. Well, for example, smart life products, and that we can perceive at very close range, share the basic system, etc.
You're right. And in the future, IoT will continue to exert its value in industries such as the Internet of Vehicles. So what we are going to discuss today is how can enterprise enter the IoT industry in a low-cost and easy-to-access way.
Well, I see on the next slide, the picture over here just explain itself. And normally we simplify the IoT system into the core three ends, first cloud and devices and application side.
You are right. So we are familiar with intelligent hardware products, let's say mostly smart home devices. So followed by the app or SaaS we often use. That is still the application side to be interact with the hardware. But in fact, in the part that we cannot often perceive, that is the IoT cloud, the cloud platform, dominates the interconnection of the entire IoT system, and the IoT cloud is the core hub of the system.
I was thinking about having another questionnaire, which one do you think is the most important factor? And actually it just popped out, and I see a lot of people saying that, most of the people over here are saying all the above three elements are very important. And I agree with you, especially cloud today. So if you want to check out more device clips, there is a YouTube channel. You can always follow the Tuya B2B channel. So even though I don't really understand cloud that well as experts, but overall the IoT seems quite easy in our company, right?
That's a good question, Samantha. Based on the three, you can say on our presentation, based on the three terminal composition system of the IoT, we can easily deduce the two major problems that enterprise developers usually face in the IoT development process. The first one is how to connect the device to the cloud and make it to become an IoT device, which is maybe make it to be controlled remotely, right? And the second one is how to develop corresponding software or application to meet the business needs based on IoT device connected to the cloud and the various cloud services.
Well, for sure. And I see the questionnaire 4 just pop up and then leave in the group chat and saying it's too soon to ask you guys about this. But I guess a good IoT platform can help enterprises, developers quickly complete the development of the above two links, right?
Exactly. And firstly, enable hardware developers to focus on the design of the hardware itself without considering the interaction of the platform. And secondly, it can enable the software developers to focus on the application itself and to meet the business needs of the application itself without considering the limitation of the choices of smart devices.
I was kind of struggling in my hand, and there is barely a very clear cut on other platform that a sign of the hardware problems with the software problems.
Right.
So if I'm one of one team, and I wouldn't be worried about too much. That's a good thing. So the questionnaire was collecting what are you more concerned about, and I see most of you guys are concerned about the second part about enable software developers to focus on how to meet the business need. Well, so I know you are more of a cloud side. So what we are mainly introduced today is how to develop applications based on existing IoT devices. As such is closely related to business. And if we do have 22 audience online right now. So if you are more interested in the hardware side, you can visit our Tuya annual expo exhibition online, which is TIE, and our assistant gonna send the links in the group chat, and you're gonna see a lot of trending products and our featured selected manufacturers as well, and we're gonna connect you directly with the sources. So moving on, oh well, that's two very familiar names.
Yes, so in order to solve the above two major development problems, the mainstream market participants have uniformly chosen low-cost capability exposure methods such as public cloud.
Well, for sure, and it can be seen that AWS and Azure, for example, provide device-side access solutions and cloud-based open solutions to meet the business development needs of enterprise developers. And here comes the questionnaire fifth. What clouds are you working now? Thank you, just in time. So the questionnaire is more about, are you working with the public cloud, or you are working with the private one, or you are already with AWS, but you are thinking about building your own private cloud, which is very sensitive to the brand devices recently. So, all right, I see 5. I didn't set up anything regarding this. So what is your previous understanding of Tuya? And if this is the very first time that you get to know, just let us know. Well, okay, so. But whoever answered the second one, that's a really good guess. I heard from many seminars, Tuya IoT PaaS provides in-depth solution to the firmware level of hardware side, free and flexible development solutions such as SDK on the app side, and on the core cloud, we provide open API interfaces covering various IoT business scenarios. And we do have an audience right there behind the scene, just nodding her head. That's very catching. Oh well, that catches my eyes all the time.
Yes, you are right, you get it. So for hardware product developers, Tuya provides the development method of Tuya OS and the one-stop development tool, Tuya Cloud, which is convenient for developers to quickly develop products. And for mobile developers, Tuya also provides the development method of App SDK and panel outfit, so which can help developers quickly create its own app and device control panels for the IoT field. And for the cloud developers, Tuya provides IoT core developing methods, also provide rich and flexible industry components and APIs, supporting the low-code SaaS development framework, which can help them develop personalized display based on the standardized IoT platform and SaaS level solutions.
Well, that's what I think about the SaaS. So SaaS is like a service, and we provide universal, and it's on a standard platform. And if I'm a developer, I definitely want to make something very specified. And if I'm writing something, I want it to be unique in the worldwide. So personalized is quite important for the standard as well.
Yes, you're right. In different industries, have different demands for the SaaS management platform.
And I think you're going to cover that in the industry introduction as well.
Yeah, of course we can. So through this architecture, which you see on our presentation, we can clearly see the full stack capability solution provided by Tuya IoT PaaS, from the device to cloud and to the application, and finally to the data side. So which allows enterprise developers to quickly penetrate into various IoT industries based on Tuya Open's capability.
Well, next, let's enter our core content today, which is Tuya's IoT cloud open capabilities.
Finally.
Well, so on this page, it shows that Tuya solution adaptability and business maturity, that is obvious to all, right?
Yes. So after 9 years, actually, in the depth
5 instead of 9.
9, right. 9 years in depth accumulation, Tuya has become the world's #1 IoT PaaS provider in terms of the shipments, and has more than 645,000 software and hardware developers, and also has been successfully applied in more than 200 countries and regions.
Well, that's 647,000. That's a big number. And whenever it reach 1 million, they're gonna be very easy for you to read.